Great question from Sophie. See how well you'll answer this one. You
Go on.
mentioned that you're trying to broaden your usual Times audience. So on the one hand, who are you really trying to target on top of that? But also, how many listeners are you hoping to attract in your first year?
Great question. I'm not going to answer the second one.
Yeah.
We have two metrics that's worth bearing in mind for us. We're not the same as other radio stations. There is an audience figure, and this has got to work as a national audience. There's a conversion figure to Times subscription, and that number's more economically significant to us, or as economically significant to us. So actually, we've got to be careful that we are introducing people to Times in a good way. And that's exactly right. The broadening the Times audience, the Times is a really solid, respected brand that's been around for 235 years. And yet, there's still a whole swathe of people in the country who don't think about it at all. They're neutral on it. Or they read it 20 years ago, they thought about it 20 years ago, and they haven't done it since. Or there might be people who aren't used yet to paying for news. And that's one of the big cultural challenges in our country. I think the people who will pay for news in our country is much less than, say, America. And I think we're getting to a point, though, where journalism costs a lot of money. People, if they want something that's been done well, will have to become acclimatized to the idea of paying for a certain amount of their news. So one of our roles will be to reach an audience who are not bothered about the Times, don't know anything about it, not used to the idea of a subscription service. We want to attract a whole range of people from a young age all the way through. We don't need to super serve the Times audience that already exists. We need to make them happy, and we want them to like us, which I hope they will do, and they'll find some of their familiar faces on the station. But really, we want to reach a bunch of people who aren't thinking about the Times at all at the moment. And they might be not locked into a particular radio station already. They might be a bit bored of one because they've listened to it for a long time. They might be a bit tired of it. They might feel it doesn't always carry a plurality of views in the way they want it to. They might, there's all sorts of things that we might try and get people. But we want to broaden out those who are thinking about the Times properly for the first time. And ultimately, to succeed commercially, we need to make them like that brand enough to become a customer.